Most people focus on what they need to eat when they're trying to build muscle, but focusing on what to avoid is just as important as well. In this video, I'm going to break down all the types of foods that you must avoid when you are trying to build muscle. If you're new to the channel, my name is Lucas. I am 20 years old. I've been in the gym for over 6 years, and I've gone from a scrawny 110 pounds all the way up to 210 pounds of very lean muscle. And honestly, I think I'd be a lot farther along if I knew what to avoid when I was trying to eat and trying to meal prep. So that's what we're going over in this video. Stay tuned if you want to know everything that you should be avoiding as you're trying to build muscle, and let's get right into it. The first category of food that you guys need to be avoiding should honestly go without saying, but it is ultra processed junk foods. So this will be like fast food, chips, candies, pastries like cupcakes, donuts. All of that kind of stuff is literally the worst stuff that you can fuel your body with. There is no nutrients. There is hardly any benefit to what you're eating. It is all empty calories, which means it's high in sugar and low in nutrients, which is going to lead to fat gain. Look, you will see all over the internet, dirty bulk, dirty bulk, dirty bulk. And people are just going to be stuffing their face with donuts and fried chicken and all of this crap. And yes, it's going to work for some people, but why would you want a dirty bulk, put on an absolute ton of fat? Yeah, you're going to put on a bunch of size, but you're going to put on so much fat and you're going to have to struggle to burn all of that fat off and go through a very rigorous cut. Plus, this stuff, you're not supposed to be eating this. Like, if this was not designed for like human consumption, your body doesn't like it. It's not good for your engine. It's not good for the energy you need to work out. It's not good for your recovery. So the number one thing that, if you guys take anything away from this video, avoid ultra processed junk food. Again, your chips, your fried food, like all of that stuff. Get rid of it, avoid it. I promise you, when I cut this stuff out, I felt so much healthier. I felt so much better. And it was honestly fun, like cooking good, healthy food, because it made me feel better. It made me look better, which obviously just made me in a better mood each and every day. So avoid this crap. I promise it won't just benefit you now, but it will benefit you in the long run in more ways than you can count. One of the next things that I need you guys to be avoiding if you want to build muscle is going to be your sugary drinks as well as your alcohol. So these are going to be just empty calories. They're not going to do anything for you. Soda does absolutely nothing. There's absolutely no benefit to drinking a can of Coke or a can of Sprite, and there's even less benefit to drinking a beer or, having some whiskey or vodka, whatever it is. Trust me, I know, because I used to consume both of these at a very unhealthy level. So I know exactly what these do and how they make you feel. So these both actually are going to have a ton of sugar. Sugary drinks, obviously, are just packed with sugar. They're also packed with sodium. Obviously, they taste very sweet. They need to use the sugar to cover up that sodium. So one, they're going to dehydrate the crap out of you. But two, they're going to make you thirsty. They are going to literally make you want to drink more. That is the entire reason they put so much sodium in there, so the sodium can dehydrate you and you want to go drink another one and another one and another one. And before you know it, you've had 750 calories of straight empty soda that did no nutritional benefit for you. Next, alcohol is actually going to lower your test and impair your recovery. So alcohol, probably the worst thing you can drink when you're trying to build muscle. It causes muscle atrophy. When you drink, and especially when you drink too much, you don't only lose the day that you got drunk, you lose the next day as well. You're hungover, you're sluggish, you don't feel great. You just lay in bed all day. So if you are really serious about trying to build muscle, put the drinking away. Yes, I'm not going to say don't have a beer here and there, but if you really want to make good progress, if you really want to focus on building muscle, getting in good shape, cut the alcohol out. It is not going to benefit you now. It's definitely not going to benefit you in the long run. Hydration is key, and both of these are actually going to dehydrate you. These sugary drinks, like I said, packed with sodium, they're going to dehydrate the crap out of you. Alcohol is obviously going to dehydrate you as well, plus it's going to put you in an impaired state, and that's really not something that I would recommend getting into. Look, I've struggled with drinking both of these, and I promise you, when you can cut these out, you feel so much better, because your body's not technically meant to consume any of this. One, it's not supposed to consume that much sugar in a very small liquid amount. So it's going to spike your insulin and your energy is going to absolutely crash. And then alcohol is literally poison. If you look that up, it's literally a poison. So your body's not usually supposed to consume poisons like that. That's why it makes you feel nice and funny. So these, if you want to prioritize getting in shape, if you really, really want to get the physique you want, cut out the sugary drinks, cut out the alcohol, and I promise you will thank me later. What's up, guys? I appreciate you making it this far in the video. I hope you've gotten some good value so far. You know, a couple things that you can avoid, hopefully to start feeling better and getting in better shape. Now, putting together a meal plan was one of the things that I struggled the most with when I was coming up in my fitness journey. I didn't know what to eat. I didn't know what to avoid. It was pretty much trial and error until I found something that worked, and then also I was starting to see results with. So I want you guys to skip that trial and error. I want you to skip all of the headache, all of the mistakes, all of the ripped up and trashed meal plans. So what I want you guys to do is text me, 410-936-5402. Now, text me the word plan, just PLAN, and what I will do is I will send you over my exact meal plan. Yes, my personal meal plan that I use every single day. Sometimes I rotate it, but this is the exact meal plan that I use to get in very good shape. It's the meal plan I've used to put on tens and tens of pounds of muscle. It's the meal plan I use to stay lean year round. So if you guys don't want to put anything together yourself, so if you want the exact meal plan that I use, text me again at 410-936-5402. Again, text me the word plan and I will get that sent over to you right away. Again, thank you for making it this far. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. All right, guys, the next type of food that I want you all to avoid is going to be the fake health foods. Look, marketing is going to make these types of foods look so healthy, so good for you, but I promise that they aren't. It's going to be certain types of protein bars, and another very, very big culprit of this is going to be Greek yogurt. So often they're going to have more sugar than protein in them. This is why it is so critical to train your eyes to scan labels. You guys need to get in the habit of scanning the label when you're going to buy something. So actually look what's in it. My rule of thumb, personally, is one, obviously, I don't want to have more sugar than protein, so always check for that. Check for the amount of protein that it's going to have, and then you want to avoid anything that has products and stuff in there that you can't pronounce. That's just a rule of thumb that I follow. If I can't pronounce what I'm eating, not going to eat it. So there's all these like weird preservatives and stuff like that. So avoid all of those. I try to avoid seed oils as best as I can. It's very, very hard, but I would recommend avoiding seed oils as well. And then always try to find stuff that's organic. There's like good protein bars out there. There's good Greek yogurt out there. You just need to be very, very careful because the marketing, the packaging is going to do a very good job at making you think this is extremely healthy, and it's also going to taste extremely good. Good rule of thumb, if it looks really, really healthy and then it tastes really, really good at the exact same time, check the label. There's probably a little bit more sugar or artificial sweetener or something in there that you didn't really see when you purchased it. So always check your labels. Always make sure that there is stuff in there that you can pronounce. When you are getting fruits and meats and vegetables, always try to get organic. And then, yeah, just train your eyes to scan those labels and really avoid these stupid fake health foods. Stick to real good natural foods. Promise, that's all you need. You don't need any of this fake garbage that they're pushing out there. Real and natural is all you're going to need. Next category of food for you guys to avoid is going to be fried and greasy food. Now, look, it is okay to have something fried every once in a while. Look, treat yourself. Don't do it often. Don't be someone who's just eating chicken sandwiches and fried chicken like all the time. It's okay to treat yourself every once in a while, but please, please, please be careful when it comes to this food category here. It is going to be very high in trans fat. Now, trans fat, you want to eat 0 grams of this per day. You don't want to eat any of this. It's not good for you. It's straight processed crap. You don't want it. There's really nothing else to say. Make sure that stays out of your diet as much as possible. It is actually going to cause inflammation and slow down your recovery. Look, no one wants to be inflamed. Inflammation is always a sign that something is going wrong. It's a sign of sickness, injury. So we don't want our body to be inflamed. We want to stay away from that. And then obviously we don't want our recovery to be bad. You want to be able to recover at such a fast pace. You're able to get to a point where you can work out 6-7 days a week. I recover very, very quickly. That's why I can work out 7 days a week. I also enjoy it. I also have fun. That's why I'm in the gym so much. But I also stay away from these fried, these greasy foods. Like, they're not good. Yes, we all eat them every once in a while. It's okay. I'm not here to have you eat unseasoned chicken breast and rice for the rest of your life. That's no way to live. I want you guys to enjoy food. I want you guys to have a healthy relationship with food, but you really should not have a high diet of these fried and greasy foods because they're going to be super high in trans fats. They are also going to kill your energy and make you sluggish. I want you guys to think to the last time you had, I don't know, a box of fried chicken, or you just had a bunch of French fries, something that was fried and it was greasy. How did you feel after you ate that? Really sit and think. Did you have a lot of energy? Did you feel good? Like, were you ready to get up and go and kill it and have a banging workout? No. You probably felt like ass. You probably felt terrible because it is going to kill your energy and just make you feel so sluggish. It's not fuel. It's not good for you to be ingesting that kind of stuff. It doesn't provide you with a lot of energy. It's super hard to digest, and it's just not something that you want to be putting into your body because you're not going to have the fuel you need to actually go and have a hard workout, which is what you need to actually build muscle. And then it's a lot of empty calories. All those oils and all that breading and stuff like that is a lot of empty calories. It takes away a meal that could have been nutrient dense. You could have had a steak with some asparagus and rice or broccoli. Instead, you decide to have a box of fried chicken. That meal of steak and vegetables is going to go so much farther in terms of nutrients and what's good for you than that box of fried chicken. These types of foods they don't do anything. All they're going to do is just put on fat. That's really all they're going to do. So avoid them at all costs. Stick to things that are packed with nutrients. And it's okay, like I said, to treat yourself every once in a while, but don't eat a lot of these. Stay away from them as much as possible. And look, you're going to feel a lot better and you're going to look a lot better as well. All right, guys, you're also going to want to stay away from excessive dairy and high-fat meals. Now, a good example of a high-fat meal is going to be pizza. It's covered in cheese, covered in just the sauce and grease, and pizza is an example of a very high-fat meal like fried chicken and stuff like that. Just so, it's okay to eat those things every once in a while, but try to avoid them as much as possible. So look, again, small amounts are fine, but too much is going to lead to unnecessary fat gain. Look, we are trying to build muscle. We are trying to lose fat. Don't want to build fat. It's okay if you build a little bit, but you don't want to build fat because you're going to have to burn it off one way or another. So why put it on in the first place? So when you eat too much dairy and you eat too much fat, it's going to just cause unnecessary fat gain. Dairy is a lot of fat. Like, cheese has a lot of fat in it. Yes, cheese can be good. Cheese can also have protein in it, but you just want to make sure you're not eating in excess of fat and excess of dairy. Use an app like MyFitnessPal to track these numbers. Track how much you're eating. You can literally take a picture of your food and it will tell you the macros in it, or you can manually input it, whatever works, but track your macros so you can actually see how much fat you're ingesting on a day-to-day basis. Look, processed meat. Ooh, this is a good one. So like your bologna and stuff like that you get from the store, or even stuff that's like frozen meat, frozen chicken tenders, stuff like that. They're going to be very high in sodium. They're also going to be very high in fat as well. Just things that we want to avoid. Again, we want to stick to natural, healthy food. Stay away from the frozen meats and all that kind of stuff. Yes, like if your ground beef is frozen, that's one thing, but I'm talking about like processed frozen meat that's like already pre-cooked and you just have to microwave it. I stay away from all of those. I don't like all the preservatives and stuff that's in there. Definitely don't like the sodium. So stay away. Get your meat particularly not frozen. If you want it frozen, that's up to you. I try to stay away from that just because I like it as natural and healthy as possible. But just stay away from the freezer section when it comes to like those pre-cooked, bologna, all that kind of stuff. Stay away as best you can. And then look, leaner natural protein sources are much better muscle building fuel. So it's kind of just what I was talking about. Your ground beefs, your chicken breast, stuff that like you have to cook, stuff that's not frozen, that doesn't have a bunch of preservatives on it, like organic stuff. These are going to be so important for you to eat because it's the actual fuel your body needs. Like your body needs this kind of stuff to function, to build muscle, to recover correctly. Now, if you do want to go get your frozen bag of chicken tenders, okay, as long as they're organic, like yeah, that's not bad. But take the little bit of extra time it takes to cook a nice, healthy, organic chicken breast. Promise you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to look a lot better. And it's just the fuel you actually need to not just feel good now and to look good now. It's the fuel you need now to help you make fitness a long-term career for yourself. So a mistake a lot of beginners tend to make is just overeating. Some people, they don't struggle with eating healthy food. They don't struggle with eating organic whole foods and stuff like that. You just might not be seeing the results you want to see because you're just simply eating too much. At the end of the day, if you eat more calories than you burn, again, we're just talking strictly calories here. If you eat more calories than you burn, you are going to put on fat. If you eat way too many calories, you're going to put on a lot of fat. And if you eat too little calories, you eat less than you burn, you're going to lose fat. It's very simple. Calories are calories at the end of the day. No matter how dense and bad for you they are, it's still just a calorie at the end of the day. So it is very easy to overshoot, especially when you're eating healthy food. Two very common things I see with people getting started in the gym. One is peanut butter, and two is going to be rice. People think that rice doesn't have a lot of calories, and it really doesn't. It's a good whole grain for you, but people tend to eat a lot of rice, and it does kind of add up. It is a carb, so it is dense. And then peanut butter is another one. I see people, they put peanut butter like in their protein shakes. They'll put peanut butter on they'll put peanut butter on a lot of things because it is good for you. It's a good fat. It's got good protein in it, but it also is very calorically dense. So those are the two common things I see people eat a lot of, and it's just easy to overestimate like how many calories are actually in each of those servings. That's why tracking right here, track is the most important thing. When you can track by like tablespoons and grams and all of this kind of stuff, you're going to be able to know exactly how much you're eating, exactly how many calories are actually going into your body, so you know exactly how much of what to eat every single day. Balance is going to be the key to lean gains. You need to have a healthy balance with these clean foods. So you don't want to eat too much healthy fat, again, calorically dense. You also don't want to eat just straight protein. You don't want to eat just straight carbs. You need to have a balance through all of this. It's important to get your protein goal. It's important to eat carbs. It's important to eat healthy fats. But if you just sit on the couch with a tub of peanut butter and you eat that, it's not really going to do too much for you. Just a lot of fat. It's a lot of calories. Yes, it's good. It's a good source of fat, but it's just not something that you really want to do. That's why balance is so important. Balance is important when it comes to everything. You really need to make sure that you're actually eating clean, healthy food. That needs to be 95% of your diet, but you also need to balance that out as well. You need to make sure you have the right amount of protein with the right amount of carbs with the right amount of fats. So balance is the most important thing. When you understand balance, you will start to understand your macros, and then your nutrition just really integrates into your life. So balance is the most important thing that I can leave you with. And once you balance your meals, I promise it gets so much easier in the long run. All right, guys, I appreciate you making it to the end of the video here. That's really everything I have for you. So avoid those foods. Promise you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to build a lot of muscle. Like I said, it's not just about knowing what to eat. It's also knowing what to avoid as well. So hope you guys got a ton of value from today. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Really helps me out. Really helps the channel out. So you guys are really the ones that I like to work with. The people who can stick to something. The people who can follow through. So what I want you guys to do is there are two links in my bio. One is to apply directly for one-on-one coaching. You put your information in, I'll reach out to you, see if you're a good fit. So that'll be on my website right there. And then the other link is going to be right to my Instagram. Now, what you guys can do is if you go to my Instagram and you shoot me a follow, you guys can message me with anything that you need. If you have questions about meal plans, if you have questions about training, whatever it is, we can go back and forth in DMs, schedule a call, and really see how we can get something put together for you. So if you guys are interested in just getting a little bit more advice, a little bit more knowledge, really seeing how far you can take your journey with fitness, go to the links in my bio again, apply for the one-on-one coaching, or you can just reach out to me on Instagram. I'll see how I can help you out. Again, thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. Hope to speak with each and every one of you very shortly.